Spotlight TV's This Day in Country Music History, as reported by thisdayinCountryMusicHistory.com for February the 28th. Before we begin, please hit the like, subscribe, and bell icons so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Born on this day in Pike County, Alabama, was Audrey Williams. She met Hank Williams in 1943 at the age of 20. And the couple married before a justice of the peace at a gas station near Ataloosa, Alabama, in December of 1944. Now, she died of heart failure related to her years of alcohol and drug use on the 4th of November in 1975, at the age of 52. Audrey is mentioned in the song by Johnny Cash, featuring Waylon Jennings, "The Night Hank Williams Came to Town," as how'd they get Miss Audrey in that gown. Born on this day in New Brockton, Alabama, in 1927, was Don Helms, a steel guitarist best known as the steel guitar player of Hank Williams' Drifting Cowboys. Helms was a featured musician on over 100 Hank Williams recordings and went on to play on many classic country hits, including Patsy Cline's Walking After Midnight, Stonewall Jackson's Waterloo, the Louvin Brothers' Cash on Barrelhead, Lefty Frizzell's Long Black Veil, and Loretta Lynn's Blue Kentucky Girl. He died on August the 11th, 2008. It was on this day in Atlanta, Georgia, that Joe South, singer, songwriter, and guitarist, who has written many well-known songs, including the 1971 Lynn Anderson hit, "I Never Promised You a Rose Garden," which was a hit in 16 countries worldwide. South has also played guitar with Aretha Franklin, Bob Dylan, and Simon and Garfunkel, as well as scoring his own hit with Games People Play in 1968. South died at age 72 on the 5th of September 2012. Now, it was in 1963 that Patsy Cline made the final television appearance of her career, when she appeared on the Glenn Reeves Show singing San Antonio Rose and I Fall to Pieces. She died tragically in a plane crash just 5 days later, at the age of 30. On this day in 1976, country music winners at the 18th Annual Grammy Awards included Best Country Vocal Performance Female, Linda Ronstadt for I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love with You. Best Country Vocal Performance Male went to Willie Nelson for Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Best Country Vocal Performance by a duo or group, Rita Coolidge and Chris Christopherson for Lover Please. Now, the Best Country Song went to Larry Butler and Chips Moman as songwriters for Hey, Won't You Play, Another Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song, performed by B.J. Thomas. Born on this day in 1977 was Macon, Georgia's own Jason Aldean. Jason is a country music singer who has scored 6 #1 singles: Why, She's Country, Big Green Tractor, The Truth, Don't You Want to Stay, a duet with Kelly Clarkson, and Dirt Road Anthem. Now, it was on this day in 1981 that country music star Eddie Rabbitt crossed over to the pop chart to score a U.S. #1 hit with I Love a Rainy Night. He had earlier written the Elvis Presley smash Kentucky Rain before having a #5 hit with Driving My Life Away. Although it sounds like he made up his stage name, his real name is Edward Thomas Rabbitt. In 1984 on this date, Lee Greenwood won Best Male Country Vocal Performance for IOU at the 26th Annual Grammy Awards. Best Female Country Vocal Performance went to Anne Murray for A Little Good News. It was on this day in 1992 that Garth Brooks was at #1 on the country charts with What She's Doing Now. It was released in December of 1991 as the third single from his album Roping the Wind, and spent 4 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot Country Singles and Tracks chart. It was written by Brooks and Pat Alger. Now, February 28, 1996 saw Alison Krauss win Best Female Country Vocal Performance for Baby Now That I Found You at the 38th Annual Grammy Awards. Vince Gill won Best Male Country Vocal Performance for Go Rest High on That Mountain. Now, it was on this date in 2009 that Kenny Chesney and Mac McAnally were at number 1 on the country charts with Down the Road. McAnally had charted with the song on 2 separate occasions. The first of these 2 versions was released as the second single from his 1990 album Simple Life, and was a minor chart single for him that year. 18 years later, McAnally re-recorded the song as a duet with Kenny Chesney on Chesney's 2008 album Lucky Old Son. Okay, that's the end of our video. I sure hope you enjoyed it. If you like this type of video and want us to keep producing them, please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for watching.